order we all received last Wednesday here in Walton Jail. Now this prisoner, Paul Jones, committed suicide last Wednesday. Now the reason he committed suicide wasn't because he couldn't handle prisoners, because the security officers here in Walton Jail were bullying this prisoner. Like, they were going into his cell on a weekly basis, assaulting him, making his life a misery, threatening him, and then they were going off the wings and leaving it down to the staff to deal with. That's how the security here in Walton Jail operates. The majority of prison officers who work on the wings in this prison are good people. Just go to work, do a job and go home. But these security officers do not work on the wings. They come onto the wing, disrupt the whole wing, and then run back to the little office, the little shit bags, and leave it to the staff to deal with. Now they're responsible for this prisoner's death. They do it on a weekly basis, come onto wings, target vulnerable prisoners, and then go off and leave it down to the staff to deal with. The fucking shit bags, and that's the reason why I'm doing this, to expose them. Now I'll probably be sent to solitary confinement for this.
How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping out another video. Right, guys, as you can see from the headline, this is a tragic prison suicide at HMP Liverpool, also known as Walton Jail. As you can see from the headline, the subsequent video, which I'll explain about in a second, and then the picture of the tweet from the senior crime reporter at the Liverpool Echo. Somebody, a subscriber of mine, actually sent me the link to the video yesterday, last evening. So I then, straight on the phone to the crime reporter at the Liverpool Echo, a guy by the name of Joe Thomas. He didn't answer my call, but he got back to me. I sent him the link, he watched it, he chased it up, and was pandering the prison all day and the Ministry of Justice, right, to get the name out there about this prisoner by the name of Paul Jones, aged 36, who tragically took his own life last Wednesday in Walton Prison. My thoughts and my prayers are with Paul's family and friends at this sad and tragic time. No prisoner's death should be in vain, guys. No prisoner's death should be swept under the carpet, because the truth is the Ministry of Justice and these prisons, each particular prison, try to sweep these under the rug. They don't run to the media, guys, and say, we've had a death in custody. No, 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 no. It's down to people like you and me, right, to get the word out there, right? And that's exactly what we do, right? No, if you have a loved one that takes his own life in prison, or if you were a subscriber of mine and you're aware of a suicide in a prison, right, get me that prisoner's name, get me as much details as you can, prison number, prisoner name, age, date of birth, whatever you can get me, right, circumstances, everything, get it to me, right, and I'll get it out there, right, do you know what I mean? Obviously, the media, what they do, they'll ring the prison or the press officer, or they'll go straight to the MOJ and say, right, we've heard there's a death in custody. Is this true? Now, like I say, the prisons try to sweep it under the carpet, guys. This is bad publicity for the Ministry of Justice, right? Now, do you know what's annoyed me even further, right? Before I get into the story, I'm having a rant, I don't care, right? Do you know what's annoyed me, right? Her Majesty's Prison Liverpool, right? HMP Liverpool is on Twitter at HMP_Liverpool. Is there a mention of the suicide on there? Absolutely not. No, because they try to sweep it under the rug. These Twitter accounts that prisons have are nothing more than propaganda. It's about pushing out positivity and pushing all the squalid conditions, inhumane treatment, like, do you know what I mean, and deaths in custody under the carpet, right? I won't let it happen. I swear to God, I won't let it happen, right? Don't even know the kid. If you remember earlier this year, I covered the tragic suicide of a paranoid schizophrenic by the name of Anthony Payne, right? I actually spoke to his mother earlier. I sent her the story last night about this death in custody and everything. And like I say, she's still grieving and everything. That took place like very early this year. And she's a lovely, lovely lady. Tony Payne should not have been in prison. The judge dismissed what the mother begged the prison, don't send my son to prison. It'll cost him his life. Unfortunately, he left prison in a body bag. Tragic. And I've had enough of it. And again, at Walton Jail. Right, guys, so Liverpool Echoes, obviously the story. You'll hear in the article, it'll say that it's not yet been confirmed. Well, it needs updating, the article, because Joe Thomas, as you can see from the beginning of the video in the tweet, it says MOJ confirm. So it's been confirmed, the death of Paul Jones, aged 36. His sisters commented on that thing. I then tweeted her saying, please, 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 don't let your Paul's death be in vain. Shout it from the rooftops. Tell everyone that'll listen. Because the circumstances, as you can hear from the video at the start, guys, if what Sam Walker is saying, Sam Walker's a well-known drug dealer from the city of Liverpool, right? If what Sam Walker is saying is correct and true, then obviously it's just more, it's just, he's died in the worst of circumstances, guys. Been bullied by security screws, been twisted up, beat up by security screws, right, which is horrific. And he sought suicide as a way out. Absolutely tragic, and my thoughts and my prayers are with Paul's family. Anyway, the headline reads, investigations launched after death at Walton jail. Investigators are looking into the death of a 36-year-old at the Hornby Road prison. An investigation is underway following the death of an inmate at Walton prison. Paul Jones died at the jail on Wednesday, prompting the launch of a probe by the Prison and Probation Ombudsman. The cause of death, which led to fellow prisoners being directed to support agencies, including Samaritans, has not yet been confirmed. The 36-year-old died at HMP Liverpool on the afternoon of the 26th of September. Mr. Jones was on remand at the Hornby Road jail, meaning his case was still to go through going through the courts. Confirming his death, a prison service spokesman said today, HMP Liverpool remand prisoner Paul Jones died in prison on the 26th of September. Our thoughts are with Mr. Jones's family at this difficult time. As with all deaths in custody, there will be an independent investigation by the Prison and Probation Ombudsman. It was the latest PPO, Prison and Probation Ombudsman probe into deaths at Walton Jail, which is the subject of a shocking inspection report in January, where at least 7 men are believed to have taken their own lives in the past 3 years, guys. 7 deaths in 3 years. Anthony Payne, God bless him, was just one of those, right? My thoughts and my prayers go out to anyone that's lost someone whilst in prison. Like I say, that's a very small article. Let me tell you, the story hasn't come out because, like I say, the prison haven't confirmed it to they don't run to the media about a death in custody. It's like I say, I tipped off Joe Thomas because I was tipped off, right? And then they contact the Ministry of Justice non-stop to try and get the story out there so that they can cover the story. And like I say, anything that highlights about the death, misery and despair that's happening in prisons can only be seen as a good thing. I don't mean that in a positive way because, like I say, but prisoners' deaths should not be swept under the rug. Absolutely not, guys. And like I say, it's happening more and more and more, and it breaks me heart and it breaks my spirit, right? Because if it was about the death in custody of if a prison officer was attacked on the landings, right, it'd be in the paper within 5 minutes. They'd be straight on the phone. One of our prison officers has died today, blah, blah, blah. That's the way it goes, guys. No one gives a 2 shits about prisoners, right? And it's a sad state of affairs, but it's the truth. Like I say, if the circumstances of what Sam Walker's saying in the video at the start is correct and true, then serious questions has to be asked. Security, he is right about security. They work in their own little hub. They come onto the landing. They upset the balance of the wing. They twist people up. They search people. They turn people over, spin people, right? And then they go in mob-handed, the Mufti squad as we call them, go in mob-handed, twist that prisoner up. And then guess what, guys? Body cameras are turned off. CCTV doesn't get recorded. It goes missing because they go in the cell and then they'll fuck the prisoner up. And then, like, you put a complaint in and stuff like that, pink slips and stuff like that, comp ones and everything. And it doesn't. I've heard of comp ones not even getting off the wing, guys. Right? It's sad and it's tragic and it's happening more and more. The way that prisoners are being treated, guys, right? Something needs to give, right? I believe that prisoners are going to riot. We've got the PGA, Prison Governors Association. We've got the POA, the Prison Officers Association. What have we got as prisoners? What have we got? What have we got? We need to set up something like the Prison Liberation Army, right? Where we fight, we fight back. We need to start, guys. I'm sick to death. The Prison Officers Association, right? They lobbied for the smoking ban, increase in violence. They've used that increase in violence to arm themselves and blackmail the Ministry of Justice. They've got the Ministry of Justice pants down over a barrel, right? If we don't get X, Y, and Z, they want tactical use of taser, guys. They want us in shackles. They want us in orange jumpsuits. Do you know what I'm saying? They want us on bread and water, right? Not happening. Right? Prisoners, we need, as prisoners and as foreign prisoners, we need to keep an eye out. We could go back to jail at any single time. It's very hard to break the cycle. I'm out of crime now. Could I go back? Absolutely. Right? And like I say, if we end up back in the system, this could be you, me, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, your dad, anyone leaving prison in a body bag. It could happen to any of us, guys, right? Prison, we all do this macho thing about prison, that prison doesn't affect us and stuff like that. The truth is, prison affects all of us. even friends and family on the outside, they're on the roller coaster of prison with us, right? But they can't do your time for you, right? And prison puts you under duress and it puts you under stress. And the amount of prisoners inside with mental health issues and stuff like that, right? It's scary to see, guys, right? And like I say, nothing's being done. When we riot and we kick off, we look like violent thugs, and that helps harm the that helps harm the Prison Officers Association. Because there was a riot again down at Long Lartin, right, just yesterday, right? The point is, they'll use that violence now. They lobby for the smoking ban, knowing it'll see an increase in violence. They've used that increase in violence now. Or they want to arm themselves. They want tactical use of taser, guys. So when a mentally ill prisoner that's during a psychotic episode that can't respond to a verbal command because he's having a psychotic episode, he's not in charge of his own actions, right? They can put a red dot on him, taser him, drag him down the seg, and that's what's going to keep happening, guys. Prisoners are going to have to fight back. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm not calling for prisoners to fight back. I'm not that stupid. But like I say, something needs to be done. We need to set up a prison foundation, a prison, like I say, you've got the PGA, you've got the POA, you've got the Ministry of Justice. Who's there for prisoners? Yeah, you've got the Howard League of Penal Reform, you've got the Prison Reform Trust and stuff, right? But ex-cons, we need to do something to help those inside, yeah, man. Let me know what you think, guys. I've rambled on for long enough. Paul Jones, my thoughts and my prayers are with your family. God bless them. May they rest in peace. If they see this video, I beg Paul Jones's family, please, 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 please speak out. Speak to the media. Make sure that Paul's death's not in vain. Make sure that his name is out there. Make sure that his death's not in vain. Make sure it's not swept under the carpet, because that's what the prison and the Ministry of Justice want to do. On that note, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Again, my thoughts and prayers with Paul Jones's family and friends. God bless him. May he rest in peace. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.